Hi there virtual passengers, and welcome aboard leg 2 of our tour of the Nile. So we're going to continue the tour from where we last left off, which was at Nakansangola airport. It's a single runway area, as you can see, no big airliners or anything in here despite that big tow truck or that big tug at the back there. We're going to be continuing today in the Cessna 172, and we're going to be following the Nile. And the plan is to head up towards Adjumani airport. So I'll show you the little nav map in just a minute, but as you can see, it's a beautiful day for flying. Nice clear sky, so we should get some good views. The plan is we're going to go up to 6,000 feet where we take off today, because we're currently 3,000 feet above sea level, and we're going to follow the River Nile as closely as we can. I mean, I'm not going to follow every every twisted turn in the river, but we will always keep the river in sight, but it'll give us a chance just to see some, just wait for this helicopter. There we go. Just to see some of the sights. It's it'll start getting quite green around here, and because we're sort of in the south of Africa at the moment, down near Lake Kyoga, well, I say south, we're sort of central East Africa, on the border of South Sudan. There's not much sort of scenery or anything around here, but you know, as we continue up the Nile, we will eventually get to places like Egypt and what have you for the pyramids. So let me just show you the little nav map setup that we're going to have today. So this is us here currently at Nakansangola airport. I've checked the weather. Let me just double check the weather again, and the wind is currently coming from 129 degrees, so we will probably take off from runway 20. So it should be basically taxi out of here, taxi to the right, and then take off on runway 20. It'll give us a bit of a crosswind, but it's not too strong today. Going to continue on runway heading until we've cleared the runway, and then we'll make a right turn and pick up the entrance to the River Nile, or the exit, sorry, out of Lake Kyoga onto the River Nile, so up to here, whilst climbing up to 6,000 feet, and then we're just basically going to follow the Nile all the way up through the Murchison Falls National Park, and then to Lake Albert, where we're then going to turn right and follow the Nile as it leaves Lake Albert, up past the East Maddie Wildlife Reserve, and then we're going to get up to this little collection of small lakes, where we're going to turn right and head into Adjumani airport. We're probably going to use runway 27, so it should be a straight in. So that just gives you an idea of the route we're going to look at today. So what I'm going to do now is just go in, set up the aircraft, and I'll speak to you again when we're holding short. Speak to you soon. Okay, welcome back virtual passengers. We're now holding short on runway 20. I think relatively quick taxi. So I've set the plane up, so we've got landing lights on, taxi lights are off, the nav and strobe lights are on, and I've put down our flaps to level 1, as you can see there. So I've got my track IR on, so we should hopefully be looking at a nice takeoff. I do still need to have practice with the rudders, just so you're aware. I think I need to change the sensitivities around. But you know, I'll deal with that at some point. So yeah, apologies if the takeoff is a bit zigzaggy. So I am currently recording the takeoff, so we should be pretty good to go. So as you can see, 6,000 feet, and we're going to be climbing up there at 74 knots. So full power until we clear the runway, then flaps 1, or flaps up, sorry, and then we'll let the autopilot take over at about 4,500 feet. So without further ado, let's get started on this leg 2. A little bit of an uphill there. That's why the plane took a little bit of oomph to get going. See on my right screen there, I've put our destination in. It's just so I've got a rough idea of where we're going. So it's less than 150 miles in a straight line. So it'll be a relatively long leg today, but hopefully you'll enjoy it. So do the usual, take off, let you enjoy the cruise, and then I'll join you again on approach. So let's just get lined up. Okay, let's get lined up. There we go. Okay. Full power, here we go. struggling to get my throttle on to full power there. Just trying to keep a lot of right rudder at the moment, but not too much that we end up zigzagging to the other side of the runway. Speed tape's alive. Come on, 30 knots. 40 knots. Rotating at 55. 50. 55 knots. Pull back on the stick. A lot of right rudder, a bit of right aileron down. Good. That's probably one of my smoothest takeoffs that I've done in this aircraft. So we'll continue on runway heading. Continue climbing. Should see the lake out there to our right. At least we will do shortly once we've climbed up high enough. That's where we're parked. Still continuing on runway. Okay, flaps up. Got a little bit less power than normal because we're so high. Get the autopilot in. I don't want to start mucking around with the fuel mixture yet. So that's should get us climbing up now. Yep, then it's got to speed up. 2,550, so just decrease that. There we go, the power's starting to come in now. So we'll reduce the power to 2,500. Everything's looking good. So we just need to turn 180 now, so I'm going to start getting that sorted out, and I'll speak to you again when we're getting ready for approach. So enjoy the cruise, enjoy the views of the Nile, and I'll speak to you again soon. Virtual passengers, hope you enjoyed the cruise. We're now on to our final approach into Adjumani Airport, which is just ahead of us there. So we're just getting ourselves all lined up and getting all of our final checks done. Okay, so I'm just trying to slow down a little bit so I can start to put the flaps out. I need to reset my trim on my stick as well, because I don't think that's working, so I'm having to use manual power at the moment. So we're still dropping nicely. So I hope you enjoy seeing a bit more of the Nile. I can see it's starting to get a bit greener now. Saw a few of the floodplains, so flaps 1 down. A bit high, but I'll be able to pick that up in a second because I'm almost at idle now. So keep the speed up at about 75 knots. Got a crosswind coming in from the right, so that's why I'm aiming slightly right at the runway. Speed is good at 80 knots. I'll put flaps 2 down at 70-ish. Flaps 2. I've got no power at the moment, completely idle, so just literally dropping it. 500 check. Bit of power now, just to slow the descent rate. Keep the speed up. 60 knots. Some trees just right at the end of the runway there, so I'm going to aim slightly further down the runway, just put a bit more power in. Power in, just slow the descent rate down a little bit. Don't want to climb any hump anymore. That's nice, good. Should avoid that tree at the front now. Park off there to the right, I guess, as we're on. So over the tree, shouldn't need to flare anymore. Stall, that's good. You want to get down to stall speed when you're landing. Look at that. So not bad landing, bit left rudder, bit left brake. You can see there with the windsock that the wind was coming through from the right. So we'll park up by those buildings up there on the right hand side. Just keep a bit of throttle in there. Too much left rudder. Right. You see, we saw a couple of airfields which I guess are used for the safaris. Yeah, it looks like a fuel thing up the front, up the back there, so we'll go and park there. So ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Adjumani Airfield and the conclusion of leg 2 of the Nile tour. So I hope you're enjoying this. I've got some time off work this week, so I'm hoping to get a few videos done. So I've got obviously leg 3 of this I can probably do this week, as well as leg 3 of my North UK tour. I've also got a subscriber flight coming up. One of my subscribers went on holiday to Kos, so I'm reliving that flight. That'll be an EasyJet flight out of Bristol, so I've got that coming up. And also a bit of a change, got some DCS coming up for you as well, I'm hoping this week. And I should hopefully get my first full flight done in the Boeing 737 as well, so there's quite a lot of content on its way to you. So hopefully you'll enjoy it and continue to enjoy it, and if this is the first time you visited the channel, please don't forget to subscribe. But if you could please like and subscribe on this video, it will certainly help the channel out. So I'm just going to park up here next to the grass. Parking brake on, flaps up. I didn't change my lights to taxi lights when I was taxiing off, but there's no need to worry about that because it's only me. Pull the mixture, kill the engine, turn the beacon light off, open the door, turn the battery off, pull that lot off. Let's just have a quick look outside. Us landed. And we're right next to the runway, which is quite handy as well. So, as I say, hope you enjoyed the video. Please don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll speak to you in the next one. Take care. Until next time. Bye bye.